How's it going, Preston Outdoors fans? Welcome back to another video. I'm your host here, Ethan Preston. Today's video, what you're going to see is the recap to the Bassmaster Central Open on the Arkanas River, the first Central Open of 2020. I'm going to go over my rod reel line and kind of what we were facing and setup and stuff like that we had during the tournament. So thanks for watching. How's it going, Preston Outdoors fans? Welcome back to another video. We're at Three Forks Harbor in Muskogee, Oklahoma. Day one of the Bassmaster Central Open on the Arkanas River.
He's from Power City, North Dakota.
Going into the Arkanas River tournament, I had no idea what was really going to happen. There was a little bit of research that I did. I thought it was going to turn out and kind of be the same setup as the Mississippi River that I fished last year for one of the Central Opens. That was my first time ever fishing an open as a co-angler, and I kind of had the same things rigged up when we went down there. Same rods and stuff like that. Show up the Sunday before the tournament. I got to pre-fish Sunday, Monday, Tuesday with Dennis Feidler, and also get to be able to hang out and see Andy Rybar again, who was my boater on the first day of the Mississippi River last year. So being able to hang out with those guys, figure out what they were going on, stuff like that. And basically what I found out is these fish live stupid shallow. Like some of the guys were trying to go find stuff out deep, and the best consistent bite was 2 feet or less in the 90 to 93 degree water, and the muddy, nasty stuff. That's where those fish wanted to live. That's where they wanted to set up and ambush on cover, be it rocks, wood, sometimes weeds, stuff like that. So the pre-fish really helped me for the tournament. Day number one, I got a good dry. I was with Sean Goodwin. Kind of knew who he was. Very nice guy, very down to earth, and answered all my questions the best that he could. And he put on a clinic with a buzzbait. But for me to fish behind him with a buzzbait, it was pretty tough. I did throw a buzzbait a little bit, but had no bites and stuff like that. So my best setup for the whole week even, and then going into the tournament, was the KastKing. This is the, if I flip it around here for you, this is the 711 punching rod. Get the line out of the way. 711 punching rod. As you can see here, I have this with the KastKing Speed Demon Baitcasting reel. This is 65-pound KastPro Braided, and my go-to setup for that tournament, we punched a little bit in practice, and I ended up catching a 5-pounder, but it wasn't real productive. So when it came to the tournament day, what I had rigged up here, and I'll show you, is this is a Swagger Tackle, 1/2 ounce flipping weight. This is in their newer torched color, one of my favorite colors that they use. And I had this weight rigged up. I've used this rod since, but this is the same setup that I had before, except right now I have a 1 ounce weight because we were just punching with this setup the other day. Okay, 4/0 flipping hook, straight shank flipping hook on there, tied with a snell knot. Again, I had my 1/2 ounce weight, again with a bobber stop, and I was pegging this. We were flipping that in and out of cover, flipped it around rocks and stuff like that, but all my bites for the tournament came on flipping wood, either a log jam, as you can see here. Stuff like that. A lot of the trees, log jams, or wood is the biggest thing we're flipping that in and out of. And that 1/2 ounce is a great size. It's a size I throw a lot of the times when I'm just flipping bulrushes, cattails, anything that I can get in. I love a 1/2 ounce. Perfect style here. You can also flip a black, something like that. But this, again, this is a Swagger Tackle Tungsten. My go-to bait that I was flipping and I caught all my fish on, actually, as you can see here, is the Preston Outdoors Plastics. If you guys haven't already heard about this or seen this, you can go ahead and check out the card up above, and this video will be linked at the back, end of the video. But I talk about my Preston Outdoors bass lineup, and I was flipping the Junebug and Green Pumpkin. Great for a dark water color, just a creature bait. Flipping that on the straight shank hook, and doing very well, getting my bites and stuff like that. So it was really cool to be able to weigh in all my fish on my bait and color and my lineup and stuff like that. But the darker colors seem to produce a lot better. More of the story is, as you can see on day one, I'll also have the link popping up here in the cards or at the end of this video and link below. You can actually watch the whole tournament video from day one and day two. And it was tough fishing beforehand, flipping behind. There's not a lot of great concentration to fish in the first place. Flipping behind Sean to be able to get those bites was really, really exciting. I ended up catching 2 fish that were just short, at least 13/7/8, like 13 and a millimeter away from 14 inches, and 14 inches is the minimum length. But the fish were actually a little bit heavier. If you had a fish that was about 14 inches, it was roughly around pound and a half, because they're feeding up on bait fish. A lot of times they were spitting up bait fish. I don't know exactly what they were, if there's some sort of shad, stuff like that. So they were heavier fish if you can get a keeper. But I had one, as you can see here, flipped it out of a brush pile or log jam, was short, and then towards when we were going to lock back up the river, we actually caught one on a square bill, and it was short again. So that's the same thing. I only came in with 2 out of the 3 keepers that you're allowed. Same thing happened to me on the second day of the Bassmaster Central Open on the La Crosse, Wisconsin, and Mississippi River last year. Came in with short fish. So again, it's just something that happens. I was tied for 45th place out of 168 co-anglers, something like that. Second day I went out with Daryl Gleason. He was on a little bit different bite, wasn't as much flipping, trending to go towards more cleaner water and stuff like that. Caught a couple spotted bass, a few largemouth, but it just never really panned out. I got 1 bite all day, or excuse me, 2 bites all day when we were fishing there. One was a white bass on a crankbait, and the next one was this big fish.
I knew it wasn't probably going to help or whatever.
You got a drum here, and I caught on a tube. It was kind of last ditch ever to throw and drag around a big tube in the cleaner water on rocks and stuff like that. So I learned a ton. I ended up finishing 75th out of 168 co-anglers. I mean, not a great finish, but I was only a few pounds out of the money, and I think if I would have been able to bring in at least a couple, if I would have been in 6 keepers, I'm pretty sure I would have been able to been close to making, not the cut, but making getting a check. They pay down to 40th, and then the top 12 after the first 2 days, weights accumulative, go and fish championship Sunday. So that's where I finished. I was really excited. I was kind of frustrated, and then I had a 16-hour drive home, and I was able to kind of calm down and just really assess the situation that we went down there. New fishery, 3 days to fish, and then just a different way to do it, and I was really happy with my success. When I was talking about my setup there, I did not lose a fish. On the first day, I got 5 bites, caught all 5, only 2 were long enough. Second day, got 2 bites, just the wrong species, and I was able to catch fish and stuff like that. So, again, if you guys want to purchase some of these Preston Outdoors plastics, go to shoppondhoppernation.com. There'll be a link in the description below, and you guys can find them there. Or if you're around the Pelican Rapids area in Minnesota, you can find them at Park Region Co-op or the Cenex gas station there in Pelican Rapids, and get yourself some bait. So, check out all the other videos. I want to thank you guys for watching. Tune in next time to Preston Outdoors.